can't pinpoint why exactly E's 2006 reality show staple The Girls Next Door fascinates me so absolutely. Focusing on the lives of three girlfriends of pornographer and editor Hugh Hefner, the show follows Kendra Wilkinson, Bridget Marquardt, and Holly Madison during their stints at the Playboy Mansion. Each woman contributed to the unique appeal of the show, their distinct personalities and styles showcased almost inadvertently in a reality show that was clearly initially meant as little more than a means of shocking audiences in Middle America by displaying the Playboy Mansion and all its eccentricities. The show has become not only a time capsule full of Y2K cultural references, but also part of a larger cultural conversation about the role of women in American society. As someone who studies literature, I'm very interested in how The Girls Next Door uses its episodes to argue about the definitions of good versus bad femininity, work ethic, and wealth. For this installment, I'm choosing to look at arguably the biggest villain in the show, at least from the perspective of some. Time, specifically the process of aging in the Playboy universe, where youth, freshness, and the illusion of innocence sell magazines. At the very beginning of the series, the three leads, Holly Madison, Bridget Marquardt, and Kendra Wilkinson, inform viewers how long they've been at the mansion. Holly has been there longest, announcing in the first episode that she and F have been dating 3.5 years, while Bridget has been at the mansion for just over 3, and Kendra has been there for a little over 1. None of the leads outright say their age in this first episode, though the viewer can infer that Bridget is oldest, Holly next, and Kendra is, according to Holly, the youngest. In episode 3, age is the heart of the episode when Kendra turns 20. Her age is celebrated by family and mansion staff as well as Holly and Bridget with luau, which captures her sense of carefree, fun-loving impulsivity. As she jumps from pool to volleyball, her youth is contrasted with Hef's age, especially in a scene where Hef hugs Kendra's grandmother. It's a striking visual because Hef and Kendra's grandmother appear to be around the same age, yet he's dating her granddaughter. But despite the overall weirdness of the disparity between Kendra and Hef's ages, the birthday episode is upbeat, and Kendra seems happy to be getting older.
Where is the chocolate? Oh, you dumb dogs, they're gonna die now.
The episode about Hef's 80th birthday party is similarly upbeat, with Hef being showered in gifts and his age celebrated and mentioned repeatedly throughout the episode. However, even though Hef's 80th birthday is celebrated, that same episode is not so upbeat about the prospect of women aging. Mid-episode, Holly reveals that she has invited former playmates and women associated with Playboy to the mansion as part of a luncheon reunion in honor of Hef's birthday. The women greet each other excitedly and denigrate their own appearance playfully. I could write the scene off as filler, but Holly's dialogue towards the end of the scene fascinates me. When she says,
I was actually really encouraged when I saw all the ladies from the 70s because they all look amazing, so maybe there's hope for the future.
This implies that prior to the luncheon, Holly was not feeling encouraged about the future. Maybe because she's worried about not looking amazing? While the three leads worry over their appearance throughout the series, this scene specifically hints at the anxieties over aging in the Playboy world, because a woman simply isn't as attractive when she ages, though Hef, of course, is allowed to age and be celebrated for aging. In Season 2, Episode 3, Holly's anxiety about aging is revisited, but the episode focuses on her desire for a family rather than the deterioration of her good looks. Holly says she feels out of place at the annual Easter party because she has no children of her own, says that she wants children by the time she turns 30 years old. She reveals her age to be 26, then says she is no spring chicken anymore. Though she says it playfully, this strikes me as very self-denigrating. To most viewers, Holly appears very youthful and vibrant, but she obviously worries that she is aging too quickly, a worry that seems to prevent her from fully enjoying her current age.
Happy Easter! The family portrait! I just feel kind of out of place on Easter. I feel kind of useless because everybody else has kids and I don't, and I'm just standing there with nothing to do.
Bridget's age is arguably the best kept secret of the series, The Girls Next Door, a fact playfully referenced in her birthday episode in Season 1, when another butler asks fellow butler Bryant how old Bridget is turning and Bryant responds,
How old is she now? I know, I'm more past.
However, the series does hint repeatedly that Bridget is older than the others, and there are some moments where she seems uncomfortable with this. But her overall approach to life feels very youthful throughout the series. She loves parties, glamour, costumes, and clearly sees herself as one of the girls, not their aunt or big sister.
Everything, I look like a basket case. I just get a
Is there such a thing as longevity in Playboy land? Not really. Not for women. The premise of the magazine with the Playmate of the Month is that the magazine supplies a never-ending stream of beautiful women to customers. Each month means new women, and unless a woman is Playmate of the Year, she likely doesn't actually appear in the magazine many times. An article published in 1993 in the Journal of Sex Research by Drs. Bogart, Djokovic, and Hafer analyzed Playboy's centerfold models in 430 issues from 1953 through 1990, as part of a study on levels of explicitness and objectification of women. The study noted that across these 430 issues of the magazine, the Playboy centerfold model's median age was 21.3. While Girls Next Door takes place 10 years after the conclusion of the study, so that median age may not have stayed exactly the same, it didn't change drastically. Playboy continued to favor younger women. Playboy, in other words, can't offer women a career with any longevity. But then again, there's not such a thing as longevity in the beauty or entertainment industry at all, least of all for women. Most models tend to be young, some very young. In a Vogue article published in 2019, Janelle Ogludo writes that despite a push for older models, runaway success stories remain the exception rather than the rule for older women, and the preference for youth remains, with models beginning careers as early as ages 15 or 16. I can't help thinking about the episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians when Kim is training Kendall to be a model, and she tells her that a model's career is, by nature, short-lived. Is that okay?
On meetings and you're not even doing, giving it your all, a young model's career is done at 25. You need to start acting a little bit more professional.